Jay, we're actually looking at possible more record heat coming our way today.
Yeah, and then a big cool down tomorrow. So we do have relief in sight, and the first sign of that relief is the wind. The wind is going to start to pick up today and tomorrow thanks to a system passing by to the north of us, but that system is going to help cool us down. But yeah, today record heat will be possible again, not only here in Tucson, but in places like Douglas and in Sierra Vista as well, potentially Nogales too. Breezy to windy today though through tomorrow with gusts around 25 to 35 miles per hour depending on where you are, and then beautiful the second half of the week. The wind will die down, especially Thursday and Friday, and temperatures will be at their coolest point for the next 7 days. Currently though, we are sitting in the 50s and 60s across Metro Tucson, so feeling comfortable and a little bit warmer than normal because typically we should be in the low 50s this time of year. So definitely a warmer than normal start. To the south end, still some cold spots out there, but a lot of you waking up in the 50s and 60s. So feeling pretty warm for this time of year. But for today's highs, we are pushing into the mid to upper 80s and low 90s, so a little bit cooler than yesterday. Definitely cooler compared to Sunday where we pushed to 94. Yesterday we got to 92, and today we're going to sit around 90 degrees. That is also the record high here in Tucson, 90 degrees back in 2012, so we could maybe tie or push to 91 and break that record this afternoon. A little bit better for Corona Day, Tucson and Vail in the mid 80s, but still very warm for this time of year. Overnight lows mainly in the mid to upper 50s across eastern Pima County. To the south end east, mainly in the 80s today. Overnight tonight dropping into the 40s and 50s. Now for the forecast wind gusts, right around 11 a.m. this morning, we're looking at gusts between about 15 and 25 miles per hour. Definitely getting a little bit more on the windy side by 3 p.m. this afternoon, with most of us dealing with gusts between 20 and 30 miles per hour. The wind will die down as we head into tonight into tomorrow morning, but by 11 a.m. tomorrow, the wind will pick up, especially south and east of Tucson, with gusts between about 15 and 30 miles per hour. And then by 3 p.m., kind of just more of the same before that wind finally dies down into Thursday morning. Now that is the system passing by to the north. That is bringing some cooler temperatures, especially by Thursday. Tomorrow feeling great, low 80s. But by Thursday, mid 70s. So temperatures are actually going to briefly drop below normal for this time of year because typically we should be in the upper 70s. Thursday, Friday, a little cooler than average. Brief warm up into the low 80s or upper 70s over the weekend. And then this area of low pressure will help reinforce that colder air and also potentially help drop some moisture from the south. So we've got a little opportunity for some showers, especially east of Tucson by early next week. Maybe a little bit more as that system passes by well to the north of us, but most of the moisture staying to the north and west of us. Forecast rainfall for early next week, trace amounts to maybe a quarter of an inch for our friends in Cochise, Graham, and Greenlee County. A lot of the moisture staying on the New Mexico side, but of course we'll keep you updated as we continue to get a little closer. Windy for your Tuesday and Wednesday, very nice and cool in the mid 70s Thursday, Friday, upper 70s over the weekend and into early next week.